Uh, Hi everyone. In this recording, I'm going to demonstrate about COVID-19 data pipeline. What are the data sources that we have used? How the data processing is happening? What are the AWS services that we are using? And testing steps, challenges that we have faced in the during the implementation. The source data sets does include batch data files and GPS data, which is the real-time streaming data. So batch data files will be COVID hospitals, list of hospitals, patient profile, general profile, and also all India pin codes and confirmed cases. These are the batch data files, and COVID patient GPS data is the simulated data which is generated from a simulation program with the multiple APIs. I will show you in S3 how the batch files are placed. We have the two buckets here. One is for the GPS data, real-time streaming, and this is the batch files. So here you can see confirmed cases and isolation data sets, general profile, hospital data. These are all batch data files which are downloaded from public data sets and prepared to uh, insert into the insert into the prepared to and place into the S3 and used in dashboard purpose and other analytics purposes. In the GPS data is a data which simulator is creating. So this will be partitioned by the date and hour. Next, we will go through data processing. So and also I will walk through on how the simulation data is prepared at the beginning. So as a begin, so here this is the simulation program. I'm using APIs such as Postal Pin Code API. This is the main program, which it starts from here, and it will read from the configuration file where you will configure the patient numbers for which patients that we want to generate the GPS data. So we will pass the start and end of the pin codes, and this will generate us the GPS data. So using Google Maps API and the pin code. So this API will return us the address of that location based on the pin code. If we pass the start pin code based on the configuration in this file, and it will look through all the patient mobile numbers, then generate the routes for a given start and end of the pin codes. I will open the file how it would look like. Okay. Yeah, this is the configuration file, and this will look like this. So patient number, mobile number, IME number, generate, and start and end of pin codes. So if we each record will have the one route of for like multiple coordinates for between these two addresses. So this is basically sent through Kinesis Firehose. We have created a Kinesis Firehose stream, delivery stream with, as a destination of S3. So this is the bucket. The files will be placed in here. Let's test this, how this works. Say suppose I'm going to generate the first I will update everyone to N, so we don't need to generate all patients routes again, since I have already generated. So now just for our video recording and our testing purpose for understanding, I'm going to create uh, generate 5 more patients routes. So we can even change the pin codes. So we will have the different routes. So now we are generating route for these 5 patients. So I will place this into S3, the configuration path. See, now I have placed the configuration file in here for so for creating the lat long of these 5 patients. So if I run this program, yeah, this will be uh, generating the. Sorry, I had to restart the program because it was pointing to a different file. Now we can see the local numbers. This is the number which we have configured. This is 170 and till ends with 170 for the patient 1850. Here you can see that 170. So Kurkunta and Chandanahalli are the start and end destinations for these pin codes for that guy, for that patient. Right? So these are for these two locations. Between these two locations, the GPS, the simulator would have generated the records, the lat long coordinates with the IMA number, phone number, and timestamp. So the timestamp and coordinates are generated for every 10 minutes based on the configuration. So we can even change this configuration for 5 minutes to 1 minute or like any time interval. So now we have taken as a 10 minutes for every 10 minutes between these two locations. For this mobile is a patient 1850. So for this patient between these two locations, the lat long coordinates will be sent to Kinesis Firehose stream, which will send the record to S3 as a destination. So now let's see what these how the data is will look like. Today is 18th. So just now the data is this is a new folder I have created, new partition. So we can see. So this much is the new file I have created. So let's see if we will take one of the. You can see this the mobile number 700. The data have created 70037951170, which we have configured in the file. Right. So between those two destinations, this is the sample data which we can see. There are 10 coordinates it has given, and every 10 minutes you can see the time increment here. 18th started from 00, 10, 20, 30, 40, like this. So this is the sample data you can see for the first. So this is how the GPS data is generated. And this is the simulation program which we can configure to any number of patients and run it, and it will generate us the route map, route directions with lat long information, IMA number, mobile number, and the timestamp, which we can use in the further steps. Now we are ready with all the data sets. I will also show how the patient profile, confirmed cases, COVID hospitals data will look like. This is the confirmed cases. Let's look at the sample file. So this here you can see the headers, serial number, patient number, announced date, discharge date, deceased, and when the deceased patient is deceased and the level of contact. And origin notes will have the how the disease has originated, location, and sex and age details. This is the confirmed cases dataset. And also we have isolation dataset. So here you can see the isolation will have the isolated hat. This is the main field. You can see the which hospital the patient is isolated. So, and the hospital details, lab details, test status. These are all mobile number, other any government ID proof, ID number. So these fields are is not available on the public data set. We have added that as a test data. We have updated the records. Now the main field in all the across all the data sets is the patient number, which will be the common. So to identify a patient. Now we have seen the confirmed cases and we have seen the isolation. And general profile will have the general information such as patient details, address and all. First we have downloaded as Excel format, then converted into CSV format with modifying a couple of unnecessary unwanted data. So here you can see the general profile. In general profile we have added names to the patients and sex and age are already there in the public data set that we have divided into separate fields. Date of birth is auto populated based on the age. We have modified, we have created the date of birth based on the age, and then other details. So now we have seen the batch data files as well as GPS data format. Now let's go into the data processing. In the data processing, so we have used Glue as well as Athena. So for using Glue, we have crawled the we have created the crawlers, and using crawlers we have created the catalog tables, right? So and using Athena, so in Athena you can see a list of tables that we have created and the views. So basically these tables and views are pointing to the data sets, batch data sets, and as well as GPS data. So here GPS tracker data is the external table which is pointing to GPS data bucket. So the sequence of steps I will walk through here, the SQLs that we have created. So here GPS tracker table which I was showing in Athena, this is how it created, and this is pointing to the data firehose bucket, which is the simulator program is writing the data to this bucket. So now this table, external table, will have the all the uh, data. We can even query all the data which we have generated through simulator for all the configured patients for GPS enabled mobile. Suppose just now we have, if we want to see for the patients that we have created just now, so we can look at those. We can take those mobile number. This is the mobile numbers. These are the 5 mobile numbers which we have uh, generated just now. So let's query it if our data is how this patient's data will look like in GPS format. So you can see for this patient, between those two locations, there were 30 records have created, and you can see increment by 10 minutes. So he took towards 20 minutes to reach from between from start to end pin codes. So this is the lat long. You can see the lat long changing, and the EMI mobile number is same. Timestamp is changing. So this is 18th. Just now we created. Now you can see the data created. And in the next level, we are creating a view, and we are doing the Cartesian join. Say example, now we have generated the roots of these all 5 patients. So in the last 1 hour, whatever the roots we have generated, so we need to identify the distances between those patients. So for that, the data which is ingested, GPS data, is only this sectional table, which will have all the records of all the patients of coordinate details. So when we Cartesian join and apply last 1 hour, so we can find the distance by using this formula. This is the Haversian distance formula, which will get the distance of 2 latitude longitude coordinates, two coordinates. Then we are limiting it to only 10 kilometers. So we will only get the patients, say the patient P1850, say this patient have traveled from this location to this location, but he is taking different path. If any of these are crossing their paths, so then and the paths are within 10 kilometers distance, so that for that we are creating another view to get the distance, so that we will know the distance of if they are crossed within 1 kilometer, within 100 meters, or it can be within 10 kilometers if they have crossed and have met anywhere in the, say, any kind of a location, such as when they are crossing the paths. It can be they have visited some common place, such as in the routes, right? So next we are from this, then we are finding the their patient numbers. The GPS data, we will not have the patient number, we will only have mobile number, lat long information. From that we have generated the distance, then join this with the master table, GPS mobile enabled mobiles. Then this GPS enabled mobile table, master table, we are maintaining this as a patient number. This patient number is populated to the view, right? So now we will get the distance, patient numbers, and the patient number and patient who he contacted. So now we have who is in the distance of 100 maybe 100 meters or 10 kilometers. right? Within 10 or any within 10 kilometers. Now this is the uh, another view created on top of this view to generate the data uh, in the format of data ingestion into the Neptune, AWS Neptune. So this is the this is how the data is getting transformed. After that, so we are using the same view and we are running a lambda. That lambda will basically reads this table, which is in the means this table, this view will have the all the patients who are in within 10 kilometers distance, and on the same time in the last 1 hour they have traveled, and, and who are all they are crisscrossing, they are in the same paths, or they have crossed in the same coordinates, right? So that is, and this is will be transformed into the format of edges, in where relationships are inserted into Neptune DB. So this table extracted, and it will be returned to the another folder in GPS data Neptune. And this is where, so let's this is where the Neptune format of data such as ID, label, from, to, patient, and the distance and the timestamp we are going to insert. So this is the system edge ID, and these are the system fields, basically DB system fields: ID, label, from, to, distance, and timestamp are the distance is the uh, label, and the timestamp are the properties. So we will run the this particular lambda function for the data which we just created. Here is the function, and yeah, so this is executed successfully. It means we should have the data in this new folder, this folder. So this is what the path: COVID-19 POC GPS data Neptune. Yeah, just now created. So it will create us a data file and a CSV file. So CSV file will have the actual Neptune format of data. Right? So here is ID is this is ID, and label is the distance, and from to system columns, and the distance is the actual number of kilometers distance, and the timestamp when the record is created. So here ID we are taking with the timestamp concatenated. Reason is, if Neptune will only accept the unique edge IDs. So we are assigning, we are concatenating the current timestamp with the row number generated. So you will have the unique edge ID if we, even if we have millions of records we are inserting. So this is to generate the unique identifier, unique edge ID. Next, we have seen how the Neptune format of file will look like. Right? So next, that we will bulk load into Neptune DB. So as in the architecture, so we just now gone through from GPS simulator and from batch data files, we have created the crawlers and we have created the Kinesis stream. Kinesis stream. I will show you the Kinesis stream as well. Kinesis delivery stream we have created. This is the delivery stream. COVID GPS stream. This is COVID GPS stream we have used in the simulator program. So, and what are the permissions that we have given? This is the IAM role. The IAM role that we have used. Firehouse delivery role. So these are the permissions. So it will write to S3. These are the permissions related. Now we have seen the how Kinesis stream will look like, and then IAM permissions. Then next we will bulk load this data. We will have to ingest data as a next step. So we have seen the data is writing into the S3 bucket. Then we have created the crawlers. Then next step, we have already prepared in the transient bucket, we have already prepared the transformed data which can be ingested into Neptune. So for Neptune, there are two things. One, you should have the vertices, another is edges. Vertices and are here in this picture, you can see vertices are nothing but the patients. These are the nodes you can call, and the arrow marks are nothing but the edges or relationships, right? And this is one contact. This is a contact relationship, and the other one is the distance relationship, which means here you can see in the green color is the distance, and the sample which we have taken here for demo purpose, and this is the from to. So means if you look at here, within close to 1 kilometer, these are the number of nodes, and they are how far from there. So from this node, these two are the within 0 kilometer distance, like that. So and within 1 kilometer distance, these many are there among within them, right? So when we if we want to see additional relationships, the data depends on the number of kilometers distance and number of nodes, how far they are, how much distance they are. So this Kibana will show the tree structure format. So we can click on plus and it will show you the number of nodes. I will demonstrate that when I'm walking through on this part of Neptune graph data. So now we are at finding the vertices and the edges. So as per data, we have identified two important relationships. One is contact, another one is distance. So the GPS data will give us the distance, how far distance, how basically how much far is each contact is there. So how, are they close each other at the same time and same location, right? So now we will bulk load the data which we just have generated for these 5 patients. The file which is the Neptune file which we are going to load. This is the file. So for that, uh, we are going to connect to the EC2. There was a problem in loading. I'm just restarted the putty. Now you can see EC2 is there. We have connected to EC2. So from EC2 the EC2 we have launched in the micro instance, or launched in Mumbai region. Mumbai region is the region we have chosen for all the implementation. This is the instance that I'm connecting, and we are going to run the bulk load for load data into Gremlin. So I have installed Gremlin server in this, and we can start running this. We can start the Gremlin using this SH. And I will also open another session for loading the data. This is the SH, which will basically will move the old files to archive, and then it gets the only CSV files into edges location, and then it will move the again old files into archive which we just loaded. Okay, so this is the HTTP request which we are sending to our Neptune cluster. So our Neptune cluster is launched in the Neptune cluster I have launched in Mumbai region. So you can see the cluster identifier, cluster endpoint. So this is the cluster endpoints which we are using. Okay, if we run this SH, it will basically call this HTTP and post the data to uh, the data which is in the bucket Neptune load S3. Sorry, GPS data Neptune edges, which we just copied the new data. Okay, so it has moved the old files and it is copied the new file, and it is executed the statement. So it would have loaded the data into Neptune database. So how we can check that? So we can check that using Gremlin. Gremlin is the language which we can query graph databases, property graph databases. Basically, it by default it will have 6 nodes and edges populated. To connect to our instance, our cluster, we need to connect through remote. So the remote should have configured remote connection should have configured in config file. So here we have created a remote connection file. So here we have configured our cluster and the Gremlin server information, right? So this will allow us to connect to the server in remotely. So now I'm going to run these two commands. So it will connect to remote console. Then now we can run some couple of commands, how much of data that we have loaded, or we can also see the data which we just inserted. Okay. So let's check how many vertices that we have. I will exit and reconnect. Typo issue. See, on the above step, we have seen only 6 nodes. Now we have connected to remote console, which means we have connected to our database. So which will give us the all the nodes and vertices in the database that we have. So we have total 2016 nodes. And let's check how many edges that we have. So we have about 3 million plus 3 million plus edges have loaded. So here are the some queries that we can check, run on Gremlin server, and we can check the data, and also we can also check the data which we just have inserted as well. So once the data is in GraphDB, so the data old files in S3 would have moved to archive folders. So here are the old files which I had inserted 1 2 MB size and very big size files. That's why we are seeing 3 million plus edges. So nodes are always not so many, because the number of patients that we can configure, that many only the nodes that we will have. So how the nodes are configured is, I'll show you here. This is the one of the vertices file. So this since we have taken only 1960 patients, 1960 patients. If you look at the GPS mobile configuration file, so we can only see that many patients which we have taken from the public data set, and here you will see that many patients only, but little more for testing purpose they have added. But in actual they are only 1960. So this is vertices file, and this is the label, right? And this is the patient number, the second field, second value, and the third value is the ID of the vertex. So these are the only nodes. And next, we also have contacted edges. So these were all inserted in the beginning. So now these are the number of contacted edges. So we can query them and check. Say example, COVID patient 653, if we take. So these many are the contacted, which means in the file which we have configured, these many are in the are contacted relationship, which means in the contacted address file, if we take 653 patient, you must have that many records. Here you can see. So these many records we have configured as edges. And the second one is this is the one relationship, and that relationship is represented in this diagram here like this. So basically P253 I have taken as a fast node, and he has a relationship P383, and he has contacted with P426. This is how the spread have happened. The P52 is the main first patient, and he has contacted P383, and he contacted 426. This is diagram is basically represents the contact relationship of the between the patients. Next, what we inserted just now for this these 5 patients, it is basically creating the distance relationship. The format of the file will show us the distance relationship. So this is the distance relationship, how far, how much distance that he is in. Say example, patient 6 in the distance to patient 120 in 4 kilometer distance he is there. Similarly, there will be like some 1 kilometer within 10 kilometers as per our transformation rules that we have created in the queries in Athena queries. So that is created in Kibana visualization to represent is to present in a graphical view of the contacts distances. So the data which we inserted into Neptune, I'm going to show in how I have created this graphical representation of distances that we have inserted. So for this demo, I had already created a data set in Elasticsearch, and I'm going to show only the how we had we can visualize the relationships between the nodes. Select the data source. I had already created this one data set I already exported. Now we can select which one we want to show. Say let's distance and from 2. Right. So now click on graph, which will bring us very beautiful relationships diagram. Okay. Now see this will give fetches us the basic, and if we want to select any of one, any of the patient ID, so click on that, it will expand you the additional if it has any additional relationships. See, when I click on the distance within 1 kilometer, it is expanding as the, it is adding additional nodes who are all within 1 kilometer distance. So within 1 kilometer distance for the patient 507, these are the number of other patients are contacted in the distance. So we can also select. It is not fetching means they don't have the relationships created in the data. See, if it is fetching, they have the relationship, which means they have traveled on the same time and within 1 kilometer distance they were. Right. So some of them within close to 0 kilometers means they have crossed their coordinates. So we can still add uh, timestamp as well. So which on what timestamp? So they have at what time they have contacted in that coordinate in the lat long. So next, so we have achieved these once with the GPS data simulated and the data which batch data which we have loaded. Um, so so we have visualized the we have seen the how the contacts and how the distance edges are related, and there is also maps which we can show using the coordinates data which we have created using the simulator, and also we can see we can also draw the map and see the in which coordinate and what time and what is the mobile number which patient and so with how much distance from his previous coordinate, right? So that's all. Thank you so much for the opportunity.